I've had a wonderful journey, a journey that would go way back, I think 42 years, when I was still in primary school. And, I would listen to great commentators like Mr. Joe Singh and Mr. Graham Eden, the voice of rugby in this country. And I would wonder what were they doing. And I would listen to radio, and then I would want to imitate them. And when I would go to school, I would do mock commentaries. And, my schoolmates, my school teacher, they all knew that. And they would sometimes stop the class and say, oh, okay, we'll, in the English class, we'll have a mock commentary session and things like that. And that's how that interest just came in me, and, I grew from over there. And I didn't know that I was just doing it for fun. But there was some fire burning inside me, and I was hoping that one day I might get an opportunity. But just not counting anything for it, for the given. And then I got an opportunity to join Communications Fiji Limited. Great man Mataya Kaola called me up, offered me a part-time sports reporter's job. He was one man who certainly spoke to me to take up commentary. And he pushed me into it, and he said, I should take up rugby commentary because the knowledge of rugby that I showed him that I had. And that's how it all started. And I started doing rugby commentaries, football commentaries, and athletics and boxing, four of the main sports that I would say that I love doing or calling. And that's how I just grew. I just got opportunity after opportunity, and the exposure that I got, and it all meant hard work, a lot of hard work, and the improvement from day to day, and from game to game, and just building yourself, watching how overseas commentators do things, picking things from there and putting things together. You get tips from here and there, and just working hard. It's all about working hard. There's no substitution for working hard. There are no shortcuts to success. I am not successful at all. I would say that I'm still learning every day. But 33 years of doing commentary, 33 years of broadcast experience. I did the World 7 Series, the only time that it was held in Suva, Fiji in 2000, and after that it got taken away from Fiji. So I was part of the commentary pool for the World Feed in 2000, and then from 2000 to 2025, I think God's timing. And I believe that all the time, that everything happens in God's timing, and it has happened in God's timing. And I'm so grateful to some people who opened the doors for me, and one of them is Carl Tenana. I must acknowledge Carl, Katie. I've known him for a few years, and he has been a great supporter of local Fijians and Pacific Island broadcasters. And I think when he called me up and sent me a message later to ask me if I was available for Perth. Perth falling in our region, so they look for people on this side, and I am so happy and that I got the opportunity from so many others who would be in Australia and New Zealand that would want to be in the commentary pool. So I'm lucky, and now the hard work begins, because you need to do your notes, you need to do the research, so you're well prepared, and go out there and do your best. I think this is not only big for Fiji, but I think this is big for the Pacific Islands. I am not only representing Fiji, I am representing the whole Pacific, and if I do well, they will look at others. They will look at other people. They will open doors for other people. And for me, being the first from the Pacific Islands, from Fiji, I think it speaks volumes. And for World Rugby, and for people like Carl Tenana and the producers of the HSBC World Series to recognize me, it's a wonderful moment, for me, my family, for all Fijians, all broadcasters. So many friends have sent me messages, people doing stories, making it a news story, and people watching videos, sending me well wishes and things like that, quality and other things like that. But I've worked hard. I read books about rugby. I look at videos. I look at the law when it changes. I look at a whole lot of things. I'm watching rugby all the time. Like on TV, on my phone, and everything like that. I build myself every time to try and deliver my work properly. It is a very tough job. It's not easy. Someone just asked me yesterday, how do you remember all the names? They said, when players are running, do you have their names on top of their heads? So it's so easy to call out. I said, no, that's in the video game. This is totally different. We've got all papers in front of us, so you need to coordinate yourself where you look. You're looking at the ground. You're looking at the TV monitor in front of you. You're looking at the paper. You're looking at all the notes. I have about 6 or 7 A4 pages in front of me, plus the team list in my hand. Where to look, where to get the notes, when to say what to say at the right time, and you need to have the knowledge about players, because you'll get all that. Anyone can be a commentator, but you need to love it. It needs to be your heart and soul in this. It has to be in this to be able to deliver a good product, and that's what I do. I am passionate about this thing. I just love this. One day, if there was a time when I got put out of this job, and it was like the end of my world, and one of the painful days that I went through. But you know what? Just to summarize it, I've got a great opportunity. Doors have opened for me to go to Perth and do something for Fiji and the Pacific, to be part of the international commentary team, and I am going to put my best foot forward. I will do my best. That's all I can say. And I want to say to all young people who are watching this video, always do your best. Always stay humble. Always keep your feet on the ground. I wanted to say, keep your life private, because that is good. But in the social media world, it's hard to do that. But that's one thing that I try and do. Always trying to keep my life private, and trying to just do things on my own. But work hard and dream big, because if you dream big, you can achieve anything.